up, guys? It's Vez, and today I decided to make a video about 5 reasons why you should consider picking up a 99 to 2004 New Edge. These reasons all apply to the V6, the GT, which is what I'm driving right now, the Mach 1, and the Cobras. And I don't know how long this video is gonna be. I just left the office and I'm driving my way back home. Decided to take the Mustang today just so I can make this video on the way back home. My previous videos have gotten a lot of traction, so it gives me good motivation to keep doing this whole YouTube thing. Thank you guys so much for your support, and everyone who liked, comment, and sub. If you comment, I do try my best to reply. So thank you guys so much, and let me give y'all a little pull here. I love the roads out here. But I want to keep the wind noise down. But yeah, this is going to be 5 reasons why you should consider getting yourself a New Edge Mustang. And that pull right there, that noise, that was reason number 1. These cars are fun as hell. But on to some of the main reasons. We'll start with the process of buying one. Number 1, these cars are pretty cheap. I picked up this example. So this is my white 2002 GT Premium. I believe it's a premium. I could be wrong. And I picked this car up for $4,000. If you watched my overview video, which is the first video I made with this vehicle, you would, you know, seen everything that I've done to this car for the past year and 4 months that I've owned it. And ownership has been great. You can find better examples than mine for around $5,000 to $6,000. If you're a bit more mechanically inclined, you can find a shell or a roller with full interior and wiring and everything. It just needs an engine or a trans. Shoot, even if you can find one with just a blow motor, you could pick it up for as low as $1,000 to $2,000 depending on condition. So these cars are very, very affordable and very easy to get into. And bang for buck, these cars are great. Reason number 2, following that, parts. For someone like me who loves to modify their car, pricing on parts is kind of important. Parts for this car are very, very affordable. For example, my previous vehicle was a 2014 Civic Si. And so yeah, my previous vehicle was a 2014 Civic Si. And that car, I put quite a bit of money into. And the pricing for parts for that car versus for this car, world of a difference. Well, here's a perfect example. A shifter. The best shifter you can buy for that car is the hybrid racing race shifter. It's all skeletonized. It's really, really cool. That shifter back when I owned my vehicle was not four. Ooh, I thought I was gonna hit that rock. That shifter was around $600 to $650 if you want to, you know, do a little bit of options or get a shift knob along with it. This car is rocking the MGW race shifter, which from what I've heard is the best shifter you can get for this car. This shifter is brand new, around $280, maybe $300. And I bought mine from a buddy for about, I think I actually paid $100 used, and then just got my own shift knob. So parts for these cars are very, very affordable. And again, this is a domestic vehicle. I'm assuming most of my viewers are in the US. parts for these cars are everywhere. You can build a badass Mustang just off into marketplace listings. SVT Sage, if you saw my other video with me and him going over his car, I think everything on his car was purchased off of Facebook Marketplace, and crazy deals. So definitely a big factor. If you have to do repairs, you want to do some modifications, if you want to do anything with this vehicle, it's very, very, very affordable. And reason number 3, on top of that same trend, its parts are easy to find. Like I said, Facebook Marketplace, junkyards, all over the internet. Parts are super accessible. Now, not everything is accessible in the sense of there are still those rare parts. Like if you want some Roush parts or Celine parts, or if you're looking for like amber tail lights, those little kind of like one-off or specialty items, those are a bit to find, but you can find them. For example, amber tail lights, which is something that I would never buy for a vehicle, but they go for $600 to $1,000 for a set for these cars, and they're rare. And I've seen this year easily like 10 to 15 sets for sale. They just have ridiculous pricing, but they're still available for purchase. Anything you want to do to one of these cars, you can 100% do. Next up on the list is, let's just say you want to go the route of making power. How much power can a stock 2-valve make? This car, so a stock 2-valve NA, can make, with cams, headers, the whole 9, around 300 wheel horsepower, which is not a lot. But the price to do that is what's crazy. You could spend around $2,000, put it into the engine, and make around, for NA, around 300 wheel horsepower. Now, what I recommend is putting a power adder. So a turbo, centrifugal supercharger or roost-style supercharger on one of these engines. You can make out of a stock long block, so not opening the engine at all, around 500, I believe, is the limit for one of these vehicles for a 2-valve. So you can throw a turbo on top, throw what I would do, a Pro Charger, and make 450 to 500 wheel horsepower. And again, this car doesn't weigh as much as most people think. This car, I believe, weighs between 32 and 3,500 pounds. At 450 wheel horsepower, you will be able to keep up and sometimes even beat 5.0s, Chargers. You definitely get a RT, maybe a Scat Pack. These things move, and for not much money. And you know, you can look online and get like a brand new, you know, Pro Charger kit for $5,000 to $6,000. But back to what I said before, parts are everywhere. The used market on these parts are crazy. Jordan's Series 4 supercharger on Marketplace, if you can find it, goes for around $4,000. And that's, I think, on the high end of power adder pricing. You can get a Pro Charger system for this vehicle, so a centrifugal supercharger for this car, complete kit, for around $3,000. You can get some incomplete kits for about $1,500 to $2,000 and get the rest yourself and save yourself a bit of money. But I've seen many of times over 2022, over the course of 2022, I've seen plenty, 20, 30 plus kits for 20 plus Pro Charger kits for this car between $2,000 and $3,500. And a Pro Charger on a smaller pulley, you'll be making anywhere from 400 to 500 wheel horsepower depending on your other mods. For not that much money, that's really, really good. If you want to go turbo, same thing. I've seen turbo kits for sale for around $1,500 to $2,500 for a complete kit. And the only downside with a turbo is you need to get a tubular K member. And even those I've seen for sale for $200. You could buy them brand new for, I believe, around $400, $500. And it's just the accessibility to do whatever you want with this platform is immense. So that is a big plus, and it's a big reason why I got one. The last reason was kind of the end all be all, hey, I need to get one of these cars. And that was the reliability. Let me share a story with you guys. So Jordan, SVT Sage, his Mustang, we bought, I think a year and almost 2 years, maybe a year and a half ago, for $2,000. That car was stock with a bad motor. The car is down on compression, was down on compression in one cylinder. And you can hear it and you can feel it. Jordan at the time was like me. We didn't have a lot of money. We just want to have a little bit of fun. He's like, I'm gonna leave the engine there. I'm just gonna drive it until it lets go. So he beat, when I mean beat, if you ever met him in real life, you'll know that he does beat the crap out of his cars. Even though he says he doesn't, trust me, he does. The crap out of that car. Intense back road runs, road trips. We went to Tail the Dragon for 3 days, and he hit that Tail the Dragon 3 days straight. He drove me to 4 different states to find this car. And of course, we're doing pulls, doing tunnel runs, beating the crap out of that car. And that engine lasted, again, with low compression on one cylinder. And it was also burning oil. Oil was, every time he got on it from a stop, oil would come out the back. That engine lasted him about a year and a half, until Christmas Day, where me and him were on the back roads, and the engine lost oil pressure during one of our little back road runs. And even still, the car made it all the way back to his house. And then a few days later, once he had another engine, got in the car, started up first try, and made its way to our buddy's house, where they would later swap the engine. And that engine that he has in that car right now, he bought for $500. A low 100,000 mile Crown Vic engine for about 500 bucks. And let's just say you do the maintenance as you should, for sub $1,000, you have another engine that will last you 200. My car has 240,000 miles. I know someone who has a GT that has over 300,000 miles on it. Stock engine. And it just keeps going. Now, that car isn't driven as hard, but it just another testament to just how reliable that the 2-valve is. It's an amazing car, and that can same be said for the 4-valve. Of course, if you beat the crap out of the car, that wear and tear will eventually catch up to it. But as long as you treat it right, you'll be perfectly fine. My car does burn oil, and it does misfire from time to time. But I've had this car for over a year and a half now. Starts up every time, gets okay gas mileage. It's loud, it's fun. When I want to get on it, all the power is there. No problems. All I gotta do is just check the oil once a month. And even then, I check the oil, it may be down, a little bit, like a quarter of a quart. Pour that little bit back in, top it off. Another month of driving, sometimes 2 months. I have not put oil in this car in about a month and a half. And I checked the oil level today, it's still at full. And I'll make another video about 5 reasons why you shouldn't buy on one of these vehicles, which is a hard video to make because there's not many reasons why you shouldn't, because all those reasons why you shouldn't, they have a very easy remedy. And with saying that, I'll leave my comments on the oil burn situation and everything for that video. So hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching. I'm almost home, about 8 minutes away from home. And if I missed anything, let me know in the comments. I love reading the comments. I love talking with you guys. Subscribe for more. If there are any videos you want to see me make with this car, let me know. I did order a front brake kit for this car, so I'm going Cobra calipers with Hawk pads, Hawk rotors, new brake fluid. So that video should hopefully be coming in, you know, the coming weeks, and then I'll just do a tutorial on how to install that. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.